Hey guys, another installment of Recovery Rudiments. Jenny came up with that name, by the way. I don't take credit for that. Today, I wanted to talk about finding your bottom, and I'm not talking about your butt. I'm talking about your bottom in life. A lot of people that I talk to will say stuff like, well, at least I didn't do this. Or, they always think, well, they think there's another chance for, worse things to happen. But, like, my point is, why wait for worse things to happen? I can't come up with, obviously, I'm live here and I can't come up with an example off the top of my head. And if I wasn't live, I'm sure I'd probably come up with 100 of them. But that's not really a point, anyways. Some people I know have been drunk once in their life, and that was their bottom. They say they feel like they were out of control, and they didn't like that feeling. So that was their bottom, and that was enough for them to make a change, or just to never repeat that action again. For me, I enjoyed the feeling of drunk because I enjoyed not being in control. It took away responsibility. I didn't have to take responsibility for my actions. Well, I did that, but I was drunk, so don't blame me totally. Things like that, and the thought of responsibility, was very. It caused a lot of anxiety, and I didn't feel that I earned it, and I couldn't handle it. And these are all from the stories I told myself and things like that. So the meme I put up on my wall today was not on my physical wall. This social media stuff is crazy. My Instagram wall was just about don't let life find your bottom for you. So I can think of so many horrible things that happen to people when they're in their addiction. A really big one is a lot of guys, they'll go drinking and driving, and the worst result happens. You end up killing somebody or somebody else in the car, and you have to live with that for the rest of your life. That would be considered a pretty big bottom. That a lot of people decide after that, okay, I need to change my ways. My whole point is don't wait for that shit to happen. My sponsor always told me, whenever you say, well, at least that didn't happen, always put yet behind it. Yeah, that didn't happen yet. Also, as I'm talking, see, at first I couldn't come up with examples, but for me, a lot of things were values too. Before I started drinking, I had a lot of values where I would say, well, at least I'm not, borrowing money to support my habit. That quickly goes to the wayside, and then maybe you start to steal. Uh, Sober and not under an addiction, I would never think of stealing off people. That goes against my values. So my point is, just don't wait. Decide now what your bottom is. What is the why that you need to change any action? And you don't need to do this in an active addiction or anything like that. You can do this just in life. A lot of people struggle to start going to the gym or eating properly or taking care of the health, and that's what the meme goes for that as well. They think, why should I start taking care of my health? Things aren't going to happen to me. But if you are, it's inevitable. Life will happen, and things do happen. And the more that you strengthen your physical body, your resilience of your mental self and your spiritual self, when shit happens, you will heal faster, you will be more resilient, you'll come back faster. It's proven so many times. A lot of people just use that excuse, like, you can't determine, maybe I'll walk across the street tomorrow, get hit by a car. You'd be surprised if you're taking care of yourself now. Maybe you'll be more mentally aware, and you'll be able to duck out of the way of the car, or if you break a bone or something like that, you will. If you're feeding yourself healthy, you'll heal faster. You know, I would love to be able to convince all you guys that your bottom has happened. Like it can happen. There's always worse. Once you stop breathing, there's no more bottom, but it can go all the way to that. So I get it. Just randomly coming on here and talking to you may not change anybody's mind or anything like that. But if you are struggling and you want to make a change and you're not quite sure, is this my bottom or not? Just determine what your bottom is. You've already hit it. You don't have to go all the way to the point of, where you're no longer breathing. Decide today that you're done, you're fed up. Why do you want to change? Repair family relationships, be there for your kids, walk your daughter down the aisle at her wedding. Whatever the why is, determine that and really get behind it. Reach out to your supports and make today the first day of the rest of your life. So I don't mean to sound cliche, but it really is. It's like from this point forward, you can really just start to change your life. And it doesn't mean that you're going to change all aspects, because that's setting yourself up for failure, but just choose small little consistent actions that will eventually steer you away from the same action that you're doing every day, which is if you're in active addiction, that means to be picking up a drink every day, taking pills every day, sticking needles in your arms, hanging out with the same people that do the same thing. Start hanging out with people that are going in the same direction that you want to go. Okay? Have a great Saturday. And let me hear all about your stories. Let's hear your wins, and let's hear your struggles as well. So I can specifically talk about that, and maybe specifically talk to you. Okay, take care, guys.